I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse at this point, but we got some important dates for the antitrust lawsuit. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Professor Lars and this is Hitting the Wall Racing. If you got to see my short yesterday, I didn't get a chance to do a video on any of this, but the judge has announced that he is going to make a decision on the stay of injunction on Monday against 2311 Front Row Motorsports and NASCAR. And of course, I'm reading from Bob Pockris. Judge said he will rule Monday on whether to delay enforcement of his order pending appeal. That NASCAR approved the transfers of SHR charters to 2311 and Front Row Motorsports. He ordered that if the sale have not been completed, that they don't close on them until he rules Monday. Basically what this is saying is that he will make a decision on Monday whether or not to hold up on the injunction, whether there should be a stay in the injunction before an appeal can be heard. He's also asking the teams that if the transfer hasn't already gone through or the sale hasn't gone through, to hold up on that until Monday, until he can make his decision on whether to put off the injunction until the appeal. And one of the arguments for NASCAR is saying that they can't unwind the deal for the transfer of the charters because it would put them in a contract with 2311 and Front Row Motorsports. But Bob Pockris reported that the judge had something to say about that. On impacting okaying SHR charter transfers, judge wrote, the court clearly retains the equitable power to, in the future, effectively unwind those transactions through an order requiring plaintiffs to transfer or sell the charters back to NASCAR or another team approved by NASCAR. So basically what that's saying is, if we do this, if the injunction does go through and they sell those charters back to 2311 and Front Row Motorsports, and they lose the lawsuit or the lawsuit gets dismissed, we'll talk about that here in a minute, then the court can unwind those transfers, and that those teams would neither need to sell the charters back to NASCAR or to another team that is NASCAR approved. Bob also reports that in the 2311 Front Row Motorsports NASCAR case, a January 8th hearing date will be set on NASCAR's motion to dismiss the lawsuit and other pending motions. Judge has set a September 19th deadline for discovery to be completed and a December 1st trial date. So basically what that's saying is there's going to be a hearing held January the 8th on whether to dismiss the lawsuit altogether. All right. After this hearing, the judge will have his ruling at a later date. Now, three things could happen. Number one, he could rule to continue on with the lawsuit, that 2311 and Front Row Motorsports have enough to continue on with this lawsuit. He could dismiss the lawsuit with prejudice, which means that 2311 and Front Row Motorsports cannot refile the lawsuit. He could dismiss it without prejudice, which means that they can refile the lawsuit at a later date given more evidence and things of that nature. So if he does rule that it can continue, there is a date of September 19th for discovery. Now, what that means is everything that NASCAR has and everything that 2311 and Front Row Motorsports has, they will exchange so that they can prepare their arguments against one another. Same thing in criminal court. It's called discovery. Again, the prosecution will give all the evidence to the defense. Defense will give all their evidence to the prosecution so that they're not caught off guard during the trial. So they'll give each other their evidence so they can prepare their defense. And then there is a date of December the 1st for the trial to start. Now, the judge has said that he wants it done by 2026. It tells me it's going to be a pretty short trial in the span of a month. Might go over a little bit over into 2026 in January. I definitely know that they want this thing done by the start of the 2026 season for the Cup Series. So it's going to be a year-long process. Things are going to happen a little bit quicker than what you think they're going to. But in the meantime, between all those dates, there could be a settlement to where some give up one side, some give up another, and some other things, and then you have a settlement. Trial doesn't go through, and we go on as life as usual. So, if you like this video, give it a like. If you like what I'm doing overall, hit that subscribe button with the notification bell so you don't miss anything. You don't want to miss a video as anything comes in on the antitrust lawsuit or any other news in NASCAR. I promise we will get to driver changes and things like that. Not a whole lot going on in NASCAR. Some stuff in the Craftsman truck, but we'll get to that just a little bit later. And I will see you in the next video.